College basketball season is here to get us ready for what the Rhody Rams have in store for the 2020-21 season. Let's bring in head coach David Cox. And coach, as we approach the start of a most unusual and unique season for you guys at Mohegan Sun, you were just saying that there's a lot of praying and hoping going on that this season gets underway. What is your mindset right now heading into this?
Oh, I'm filled with excitement. It's been such a long time. Our guys have they put in a tremendous amount of work over the last several months. I think we've grown as a team. But until we get out there and play our first game, obviously we won't know how we're going to respond. So I'm just excited about getting out there next Wednesday and playing our first game. In the meantime, I'm on pins and needles, Yianni, with this virus, this whole virus situation. I'm praying. I'm doing a lot more praying than normal that we can just make it to the next day and make it to the next day, and hopefully by Monday we can get there. We're all safe and healthy, and jump on that bus and head down to Mohegan, and then Wednesday, get an opportunity to play against a really talented team in Stephen F. Austin.
I imagine when you and your coaching staff and players walk onto the court, at that point you'll be able to take a deep breath after this unusual offseason. We were speaking earlier about the pie chart of David Cox's attention and emotions, and a lot of it right now is consumed by this virus and all the logistics into getting a college basketball team playing in this year.
Yes. But it's not unique, obviously, just to Rhode Island. This is college sports in general right now. So every college coach, every college staff is dealing with, these fluctuating protocols from week to week, from state to state, and we've done a pretty good job, I think, of staying on top of it. The state has done a great job. The governor has done a great job. Our medical staff here has continued to give us important information, helping us to shield ourselves from the virus and stay compliant with the protocol measures. So if we can stay on this track for the next few days and just make it down to Mohegan, as you mentioned, we can take that deep breath on Wednesday and be ready for real competition.
You guys have been practicing amongst yourself. You must be excited to go against a different opponent. And is there some part of you that's saying, hey, I have a lot of talented players, but I don't even know what this is going to look like when we roll the balls out next week?
Yeah, no, we are excited to play somebody outside of ourselves. We've had a number of scrimmages already, blue-white types of scrimmages. We play live against each other almost every day. We've been doing this for months now. So yes, I know our guys are really excited about the opportunity to play against somebody else and to actually play with one another collectively. But yes, until we get out there, we haven't played together. This team has a lot of new faces. Obviously we bring back Fats, a tremendous talent. We bring back, Jermaine, who started for us last year. Antoine, who played, some meaningful minutes for us last year as well. But outside of that, we bring in so many new faces with the transfers, the freshmen, and Jeremy and DJ, who sat out last year. So it will be interesting, but that's the exciting part of this whole process.
You've always said how important guard play is. You have a Cousy Award finalist and now a Naismith Award finalist in Fats Russell. When things get dicey or you're trying to figure out rotations in minutes, you have that guy to rely on. Having Fats Russell in your back pocket all season long, what does that do for your program?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if you're a spades player, but yeah, he's the big trump card. So yeah, no, you feel really, really comfortable with whatever kind of cards you're dealt with for that particular game or that particular day, knowing that you have Fats on the team. A young man who's experienced, who's played at the highest level, who showed up, in some of the biggest arenas and biggest games in his college career, who's continued to get better, who's matured as a player, matured as a leader. So yeah, having Fats, on the team, yes, is a comforting feeling for a head coach.
I know you pride yourself on defense. You want to get up and down the floor, but you have some notable size this year, especially with the Twins coming in from Maryland. So Rams fans expecting any sort of different brand of Rhode Island basketball this year, or what are you projecting?
I think it'll be similar in that we play, an aggressive style of defense, where we kind of maybe get a little physical, and we try to dictate. I guess the biggest difference, and hopefully we can, maintain our depth. But with our depth, it'll allow us to play a little bit more 94 feet, so a little bit more pressing. So that will probably be the biggest difference. But outside of that, our defensive philosophy does not change at all, and our guys are buying into that, and we're improving daily. But again, we'll see once we get into a real game setting, and we've got 4 of those coming up next week. We'll see how we adapt to real life competition.
I don't know if you guys have been running the stairs at the Ryan Center, but how are you preparing your guys for the conditioning of playing 4 games in 5 days?
Oh, well, yeah, that's a great question. Well, I think, just our practice in general kind of gets us, ready for these types of tournaments. We practice hard every day. We practice with tremendous pace, every day. We compete at a really, really high level. I've got to get a lot of credit to our training staff, Daniel Anthony and Vince Williams, for getting our guys stronger, durable, flexible, and obviously getting them in shape. So that is going to fall on them, and they've done a good job of it thus far. But ask me that question after Mohegan Sun, and we'll probably have a better feel.
More important for you guys to leave Mohegan Sun, record-wise, a certain goal, or just figuring out what your team is and finding an identity, or maybe who are the players you can count on? What's the most important thing when we speak after Thanksgiving weekend coming away from the Mohegan visit?
Well, the goal is always, first and foremost, win them all. Then your goal is to get better, every single day. So, that's always a goal of ours, just trying to get better. So, if we do happen to take a loss, or we happen to win ugly, it's very important that, we make some progress the next game. Again, I'm not going to put too much weight into this. This is our first 4 games of the season. We haven't played in 8 or 9 months. We've had no exhibition games, and we've had no scrimmages. So, I'm just excited about our guys to have this opportunity right now and get out there and play. And we'll dive into the analyzing part post tournament next Sunday.
Now, as you manage these players as basketball players as well as human beings, how excited are they to sort of get out of their URI bubble and play basketball? And what can you do, if anything, while at Mohegan Sun in terms of team building or anything you would normally do on the road with the restrictions with COVID? I guess when you're not playing basketball, what will you be doing at Mohegan Sun?
Well, I can't imagine how excited they are to kind of leave this bubble here in Rhode Island and just, jump on a bus, with game gear and pack bags and, ready to kind of go to a tournament, a big time tournament at Mohegan Sun. So I can't imagine how excited they are. I mean, they've got to be chomping at the bit. In regards to getting there, and kind of moving around, I don't have, many answers for that. I'm going to assume that our movement will be restricted as it should be. We are in a pandemic, and the virus has been spiking as of late. So we're just looking for the opportunity to play. So whatever we need to do, we will follow protocol. Our guys will follow protocol. They're excited about getting out there and actually playing the game. So whatever you do in the interim, we will comply with.
Thanksgiving Day will be unique at Mohegan Sun. What's the Thanksgiving meal going to be like for the Cox family? Is the wife cooking? Are you cooking? Are you getting room service? And what's your favorite Thanksgiving side or dish, David Cox style?
This one hurts me. This one hurts me because Thanksgiving is absolutely my favorite holiday, not just because of the good cooking of my wife, but just the camaraderie of our families. And unfortunately, because we will not be able to have any fans there at Mohegan, our families will not be coming with us to this tournament. So we're going to have our travel party of 30, including the players, coaches, and support staff. And my wife and family will have, I'm sure, an outstanding meal back here in Rhode Island. And I'm going to have whatever the Mohegan Sun serves up that night. In all honesty, though, because, hopefully at that time we will have played a couple of games and be on the cusp of playing another game, I won't mind that too much. I'll be excited to play.
All right, last one. You've gotten some pretty generous donations to your basketball program over the last couple of weeks, all in an effort to build a basketball-centric gym. This is one of those things when you signed on to be the head coach of Rhode Island that sort of was the next step following Coach Hurley. How grateful are you for that, and what is the status of those monies being allocated to your program?
Tremendously grateful. Tremendously grateful. I mean, those donations go a long way in support of both men's and women's basketball. They make a statement about where this program is at on a national scale. And to be honest with you, Yianni, in this day and time where we have this pandemic and so much financial instability, throughout this country, for these families to come forward with these types of donations, I mean, I can't even put it. In words. So we are truly grateful, and it puts us closer, obviously, a lot closer to building this practice facility that will benefit, again, both men's and women's basketball, and benefit this entire university ultimately.
All right, David Cox, thanks so much for your time heading into this season. Good luck at Mohegan Sun, and best of luck starting this season, and hopefully get some wins underway over the holiday week.
Appreciate you having me on, Yianni.